Hello and welcome to News Tonight. I am Rhoda Ngonzi. On sign language, Dorothy Namuyomba. Let's take a look at the top stories. NRM leaders intensify campaigns for Kisoro woman MP seat. UNEB describes PLE exercise as successful despite minor malpractice cases. And U.S. Vice President Kamala Harris concedes presidential race to Donald Trump. In sports, over 200 golfers set to compete in second Uganda-Kenya Coast Golf Tournament. Hello once again. The Speaker of the East African Legislative Assembly, Joseph Ntakirutimana, has expressed strong support for Uganda's civil society organizations demanding stricter regulations against industries producing trans fatty acids across East African community member states. This was after the Speaker received a petition from the Uganda National Health Consumers Organization during a recent session at Parliament of Uganda. Let's take a look.
A delegation of health advocates from the Uganda Health Consumers Organization has petitioned the Speaker of the East African Legislative Assembly to implement regulations on industries producing trans fatty acids. The advocates are calling on the East African community governments to adopt stringent measures to reduce the public health risks associated with these fats.
80% of the trans fatty acids products come from Kenya. So we want a regional regulation that can help regulate trans fatty acid is increasing cardiovascular heart diseases.
Billboards that are advertising foods that are laced with fats that are known to cause disease should be avoided, should be eliminated, should be banned.
Receiving the petition, the Speaker of the East African Legislative Assembly, Joseph Ntakirutimana, expressed his support and emphasized the need for a coordinated response among the member countries to address this urgent health issue.
This is a petition that we are going to look at, and we will definitely get back to the Uganda Health Consumers Association. As the regional assembly, we are also going to expedite on this bill and also address some of the concerns that were not addressed in this bill. That means we will be addressing issues of standardization within the whole region.
The delegation also met with the members of parliament, advocating for increased taxes on cigarettes and related tobacco products to curb their consumption as it is associated with several health risks.
As to appreciate the disease burden that tobacco products cause and impose an enabling tax, a health tax that will ensure that citizens are so protected.
To increase taxes on age-led and then also on soft cap from 50,000 to 110,000, and then also on the soft cap we want them to increase from 60,000 to 165,000.
We also want government to protect all public health policies by denying the tobacco industry in participating in all processes that ensure effective fiscal management of tobacco taxes.
Legislators from various parliamentary committees echoed the importance of revising tobacco tax policies to better regulate the industry.
For me, I think it is long overdue because we should tax these products as much as possible. As the Baganda say, paka kuulira bubi.
So, I really support the idea to tax. If we want money and do not care about our health, we shall die.
Research indicates that non-communicable diseases linked to industrial-produced trans fats, cigarette smoking and other forms of tobacco products contribute up to 40% of death in Uganda, with heart diseases alone reportedly claiming 35,000 lives annually. Mary Namkose, Robert Boita, UBC News.
And a team of senior national resistance movement leaders has urged all party supporters in Kisoro to rally behind the party flag bearer in the Kisoro District Woman Member of Parliament, sit in the upcoming by-election. The team from the party headquarters now in Kisoro called on the voters to reconcile and rally behind Rose Kabagenyi, who was elected to carry the NRM ticket in a race to replace the late Sarah Mateke.
A team of National Resistance Movement party leaders from the NRM Secretariat are in Kisoro to rally support for Rose Kabagenyi, the party flag bearer, in a race to replace the late Sarah Mateke.
Of Kisoro, because they are strong supporters of NRM and they support President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. The challenge we have this time round is that we are going for this by-election. We have a candidate, but we also have an independent. Our work as mobilizers is to ensure that we remind the people of Kisoro that because they support NRM, they must also support the candidate of NRM, the flag bearer.
The NRM Deputy National Treasurer, Jacqueline Chatuhaire, says Rose Kabagenyi will excel despite some candidates who chose to contest as independents.
Members to desist from going and supporting an independent candidate. And I want to make a special appeal, especially to the NOC3 chairman, that we are facilitated with motorcycles to go and mobilize for the party, to be here mobilizing for the opposition.
The NRM flag bearer, Rose Kabagenyi, appreciated Kisoro district residents for the support they have so far showed her and asked them for more support.
abafumbira kazi abatindi ubuhagizi batweretse mu gihe twacaga mu primary za NRM mu kamyufu akomeze muzingo karakomeye abantu bagisoro bakandobanura mu bantu 8 twatangiye turi 13 tugera aho tujya turi 8 ako murabo 8 abafumbira bampa karuru kenshi kandi akamuze karuko mu mugongo akaruka abaye kumanywa akaruka abaye kamazima.
On her campaign trail, she is accompanied by NRM Secretariat officials, including the NRM National Treasurer, Senior Manager for Communications, along with party leaders in the district. Voting is scheduled for Thursday, November 14th, 2024.
And the National Minister for Information, Communication, Technology and National Guidance, Dr. Rhoda Ngonzi, has advised Ugandans, especially the youth, to embrace information and computer technology because it is the way to go. Rhoda Ngonzi was launching an augmented and virtual reality laboratory at Uganda ICT Hub in Nakawa.
The Minister of ICT and National Guidance, Dr. Rhoda Ngonzi, has launched the first augmented and virtual reality center at ICT Hub in Nakawa. The minister explained that Africans lag behind in the science and technology sector. He further said that Asia is very far in terms of technology because they embraced it in the early years.
These technologies. Now, we have taken a decision as African governments, as African leaders, that we must do everything possible to catch up with the rest of the world. Otherwise, if we remain in slumber.
The minister further said that as a ministry, they are coming up with the policy measures to address different aspects of ICT and legislations in terms of acts of parliament, and are putting a policy of artificial intelligence which will impact heavily on our everyday life, and this policy will be implemented in the next 5 months.
Technology now health workers can perform much better. When you look at surgeries, how they are done today, you know you may come to the doctor now with a tumor in your brain, and the tumor is operated without opening, without putting a knife on your head. And the tumor is just using technology, it can be removed without cutting you, without seeing blood. So all these technologies are now available. So technology has positive effects, and we have no option as to.
The Permanent Secretary, Minister of ICT and National Guidance, Amina Zawede, explains that this innovation is to help students. Engineering.
And now we'll cross over to State House Nakasero for the presidential address on matters of national importance.